In my last video, a viewer asked how to handle losing the early game as Paquito. It comes down to two things: winning the level 1 trade and keeping your cool when your team starts throwing. I'm going to show you how I turned a high-stakes 1v1 against Gunievre into a complete match turnaround, starting with exactly how to secure that early pressure against her. First, look at the positioning. I'm in the bush before she even arrives. I can get an early damage lead. The secret here isn't just hitting the hero, it's lining her up with the minions. By using my skills to clear and poke at the same time, I force her into a corner immediately. I hit the 2-2 combo, level up, unlock my first skill, and trigger lethal ignition. She has barely any health left and is forced to back off. I kill the minions and take the EXP creep, and just like that, I have the advantage. But here's the reality of playing Paquito. The line between a pro play and a gray screen is razor thin. One missed skill, and you aren't the hunter anymore. You're the target. The game was played really late, and mistakes were bound to happen. We lost the turtle fight, and the game started to look grim. But I knew one mistake wasn't the end. I reset, headed back to lane, and found my opening. I was finally able to execute a perfect combo. Gunievre had no chance. I used this newfound momentum to rotate to the top lane, since my teammates were struggling, and that was where the next turtle would spawn. I caught both Leslie and Xavier. I felt like I was back in control, so I hunkered down in the top bush to prep for the next turtle. I even managed to shut down Leslie a second time. But despite the pressure I was creating, the team fight at the second turtle turned into a disaster. I went down again, and the gap between our teams felt wider than ever. I realized I couldn't keep forcing fights, so I switched to pure ambush tactics. I spotted Saber. He looked isolated, but I didn't account for Gunievre rotating with him, and the gold gap ballooned to 4,000. I kept looking for any opportunity to ambush them. During a chaotic team fight, I managed to catch Xavier and Leslie for a clean double kill, but I overstayed and Gunievre cleaned me up. Even with those kills, we were now down by 6,000 gold. I tried to save a turret, but Saber caught me during a rotation and one-tapped me. At this point, the gold difference was suffocating. Even walking around our own base felt like a death sentence. I got caught out again by Saber, and I realized I had to adapt. I bought armor specifically to stop the burst damage. I wasn't going to let him one-tap me anymore. I joined the next fight and finally shut Saber down. I was about to finish off Gunievre, but Fredrin caught me with a perfect ultimate that instantly wiped me out. That's when the enemy Saber started typing in chat. He told us to surrender so she could go to bed. The game was going extremely late, but she ain't Steph Curry. She doesn't get to tell us to go night-night. That taunting made me lock in. I respawned, baited Saber into a trap, and deleted him. I used a flicker combo to catch Xavier, pushed the turret, and rotated mid for a massive ambush. They had just secured Lord, but I wiped Fredrin and trapped Leslie and Xavier. 30 seconds later, I hunted down Gunievre to finish the sequence. I made one last mistake. I lost focus for a second, and they made me pay for it. But make no mistake, that lapse just made sure I was completely locked in for the rest of the match. A few minutes later, the fight for the next Lord started. I caught Leslie and Fredrin. I didn't stop there. I chased Gunievre and Xavier and finished them as well. That opened the door for us to secure Lord and start pushing. The end was in sight. We just had to be patient and wait for our moment. I hunted Leslie down again, killed her, but got caught by Fredrin. Without Leslie, my team and Lord finished all the remaining towers. I was hiding in a bush. I saw the opening. I jumped on Xavier, transitioned to Leslie, and then took down Gunievre, Fredrin, and Saber. Just like that, I fully team-wiped them. Remember, guys, stay humble. Don't talk trash until the match is actually over. If you want more content like this, Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next.
Victory!